Alrighty. Good afternoon slash morning slash night slash other time of day to everyone out in the world.
True.
Yes. Alright, we did put out a video earlier today, and I've been playing around with that strat both before talking about it and since, and I'm just gonna keep doing more of it because it's pretty fun, and then we'll see what we do after that. I think I might have just opened this map with the wrong passives allocated, so
Good job.
it's not going to be as great as it should be, but that's okay. The next one will be better. Thank you, Destroff. We're always glad to hear that somebody is enjoying any of our builds, but especially Toxic Rain.
Yep.
It's our... Is it our favorite?
hmm
Yeah, it's our favorite.
I guess so.
There we go. Found the bismuth. Now we get to run to the boss. Yeah. Honestly, once PoE 2 comes rolling back around, if the Poison Pathfinder's still, like, bussin', that might, between the two games, that might jump ahead of Toxic Rain Pathfinder, really. It's so strong. And it has, like, it fixes a lot of the problems that Toxic Rain can't. Like, Toxic Rain single target is, at best, fine. It peaks at fine. Now you're fast, you're tanky, clear is awesome, so it's like, it's worth it. Solid total package. But Poison Pathfinder's single target damage is, like, obscene. Good coughing in the other room. That's right. Toxic Rain Pathfinder is definitely our signature. At the moment, it is funny that we triangulated our way directly to another chaos damage over time ranger build in the second game. That just wound up being like, of course that was exactly what we were going to gravitate toward. But it does rock, so, you know. Yeah, this doing this strategy with the wrong passive tree, not very good. You can immediately feel the difference between having and not having the map passive, small passives allocated. Like, it's gargantuan, the difference between having all the, like, little wheels for more maps to drop turned on. It's even with running the wrong passive tree here for this one map, like, just look at how many maps I farmed. 2. I guess pathetic. It should be, like, at least a dozen in pretty much every map. Sunset's just dying. Off mic, off camera, in another room. It's fine. She'll be dead soon. My plan worked. Put poison into her coke. Nah, I wouldn't do that to the coke. Well, at least we got a tier 16.5 out of the deal. That's not too bad.
I might have been coughing, but I can still hear things.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, this is gonna be a rough one. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not at all. Alright, let's get us some real Tier 17 drops. I do believe that would be better.
Hello.
Yeah, we saw the whatever writing on the wall. It looks almost certain that Druid's going to be in the next patch. Like, bet on it. Not that there is anybody willing to take that bet, but bet on it. But yeah, we kind of know. We kind of already are feeling like we know what we like in that game too. So, haven't not really thought about it much. I think that was a Tier 17 drop. Oh, T16.5. Still good. I'm not sure exactly when we're going to make the swap back to PoE 2, but, you know, probably around the time they start doing the hype cycle. So, like... Damn, end of this month, I guess. Damn. The PoE 2 cycle is, like, way faster than expected this time around. I'm not upset about it, though. But yeah, at that point, we'll probably... Nice, Exalted. Probably swap back over to... like, making more content about PoE 2 and get right back into it. Fingers crossed. I feel pretty good about this. I think there's going to be a lot more in-game in that game to play with. And, like, you know, we'll see as for speed of the game. Because I know a lot of people do feel like Destro does, where it's like, the game's just too slow for me. I don't feel that way. I like the change of pace, but... you know, I wouldn't mind just having more variety of things to do. Like, in particular, they kind of chose a lot of my least favorite mechanics for PoE 1. Breach, Ritual. Expedition's a fun mechanic, but, like, that's one of 4. Delirium being the other one. Nobody likes Delirium either, even though you run it because it's good. But Abyss was a really cool mechanic, so, you know, maybe there'll be some more solid stuff in the next one. Damn, that was a rough little pack there. Invulnerability aura is so stupid. Yeah, I kind of feel more the way that you do, Ole. I'll find myself at times being like, damn, this game's a little too slow for my liking. And then, like, I don't know, get a little bit more gear or, like, whatever, hit some harder content, you know, and then it's like, nah, actually, it's pretty nice. I'm kind of digging it. It definitely feels, at least my experience of, like, enjoying it, it's very, like, build-driven. Like, if you're liking the build and you're vibing with the build that you're playing, then the game is pretty awesome. And if you're not, it's really not great. And I feel like that break is, like, a lot stronger than it is in PoE 1. Even though it's a thing in, I guess, every ARPG to some extent, you know. The game's only as fun as the class you're playing. It definitely feels more amped up in PoE 2 than any other game I've ever played. Whew, whew. I got spicy there for a second. I also feel like there's a lot of stuff that people still haven't, like, quite figured out or solved or explored or whatever build-wise in PoE 2 with the way that they redesigned all of the Like support gems and did a lot of skill gem stuff last league. I would imagine there's probably a lot of stuff that's in the game that's really, really strong right now that just hasn't actually been, like, broadcast to a large audience yet. Damn, this is a nasty map. I guess increase monster damage, that'll do it. And 60% delirious, yeah, okay. Oof. And now for the easiest content, breach.
Fight them off while I handle this.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Some of the sales pitch of meaningful combat hasn't been as good as you'd have liked. Like, I think the fundamental idea of, like, meaningful moment-to-moment combat is totally fine. Good, even. I like Dark Souls a lot. A lot.
Be gone, dance with the flame.
But I don't know that I want my ARPG to be that slow. And then also, like, the monsters can be so insanely fast, even though you're slow. That feels a little eh. I thought I had streamer mode on, but I think I turned it off instead of on. All right. Okay, that's no more Discord pings. Sorry.
Greetings.
All right, decent chunk of maps there. Still not doing any T16.5s yet, although that's probably on the table here in a second. One chaos. I love that all the 6 links in the league now, all of them are like 1 chaos each. I'm not even upset about it. Yeah, I completely cleared this tab out earlier. I'm not sure, like an hour or so ago, and I took all of it and put it into this tab that I've been feeding to my boys in King's March, and it's already like most of the way full again. I probably should be farming up some other map. I don't know.
Oh, they're updating the back end of YouTube. Everything's got different icons.
Ah.
Also, I can't load our list of videos. So things are going great,
Interesting.
actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that message from Will. I'm not sure why that didn't show up into my chat log, but I see it just looking at the Twitch dashboard now. Yeah, I mean, I think we got a lot of tips in our hob, like following along with that. Just the general tip is like always more life, more resistances, more gem levels. That'll help with your staying alive and doing more damage. Nice.
Someone said that Tropic Thunder is the best action movie.
Do you really like that movie?
I was really hoping they would update the comment stuff so that you can mark comments as read. Comments that are just comments
Oh,
and
God,
don't
that would
need
be
a
nice.
response.
Yeah.
But they aren't doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. Because a lot of times people will just say something and they don't indicate that they want a response, and it doesn't seem like something that really needs a response. And yeah, there's just no way to not have it show up permanently as unresponded unless you respond. So you have to be like, okay.
Hmm.
Yep. That's it.
Sometimes we do respond okay to people who are like, well, I prefer doing it this way, and I think it's stupid that you do it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Sometimes we get like weird random, like sometimes I wonder if wires get crossed and like we got a comment from something else, because somebody was definitely really mad about some culture war stuff about like some video game television show that neither of us have ever watched. And they were really upset that the girl was like a bad actress or something. I don't know or care why. Because it's just, I've never watched a show made out of a video game that I can think of. That's not for me. I like to keep them separate. Maybe that'll change when Hideo Kojima gets to realize his dream of making Death Stranding into a film. But that's pretty much it for me when it comes to the crossover of like video games and movies and television. No, it wasn't Halo, it was The Last of Us. And I was like, yeah, that show's not for me at all. We've actually gotten a lot of comments about that particular show, which to me indicates that something's going on. Because, again, I've never watched it. Sunset, you ever watched it?
No.
Okay. So, yeah, I have no idea. And I know people are very upset about something. Don't know why. Yeah. Oh, that is the worst feeling, Ole, to not be able to clear out work that you've done and which should be clearable. We definitely get that a lot on the back end of YouTube's comment section. Not to dump on YouTube, like, I think it's a pretty good website, actually, despite the complaints that we might have. But yeah, the comment section of YouTube is like,
Improving it quite a bit because for the longest time,
yep.
the back end of YouTube has looked like it was designed with Windows 95 in mind. I mean,
Oh
it's
my
literally
God.
like text down the left-hand side and
Yeah,
then there's like a
true.
box on the right.
Very antiquated design.
Is my volume level too high? Because I can hear
Yes.
myself on low volume.
Yes, it is.
Well, you're going to have to turn me down.
I will turn you down some more. All right, let's do a little test now.
All
How you
right,
doing?
testing.
Ooh, wow, you are really loud today. I don't know why. All right, test 2.
I feel like I was at the right level there, but all right.
All right, well, you look like you're pretty consistently hitting the red line, even at what I've
Okay,
pulled
well
you down to.
then
So I
keep
think
it
you're
where it
solid.
isn't.
I think
All
you're
right,
good
great.
right now.
I was just thinking about caipirinhas,
All right. Yeah, sign me up.
like a strawberry caipirinha.
Yeah. I like cachaça.
Or maybe some picanha to go with a strawberry caipirinha.
All right. Yeah. Sign me up. You know, I've been a big fan of the, like, stupid foods and crazy foods Reddits, you know, of, like, just insane food combinations. Some of them are horrible. But some of them are just, like, dumb because they're over the top. Thank you for the follow, by the way. And I like the over the top crazy stuff as long as it's there are levels, right? Like if it's whatever, like a hot dog and then there's a pound of fries in it and then there's a bunch
What
of
is
other
your
stuff
spaghetti
happening
policy
along-
here?
Bunch of other stuff going in the hot dog. I like that. When it's like, yeah, we blew a bubble made out of whatever onto this plate and it's $400. That I think is dumb. But crazy over the top street foods, those are dope.
No, we did not try it.
No, although this character's name is Mountain Dew Pie, or Baja Blast Pie. I saw Review
Yeah.
Bra's review of it. I like Review Bra, and I thought he kind of said all that I felt like I needed to get from the Baja Blast Pie. It's a pie, it kind of tastes like Baja Blast a little bit. I was like, damn, man, $20 can buy pizza. It can buy a significant amount of pizza.
You can actually buy 2 pizzas at Sam's.
True, 2 full-size, enjoyable pizzas.
Yep.
Thousands of who knows how many calories? Truly.
630 per slice of cheese.
Yeah. My God.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good, though.
Mm-hmm. What did you think of it, Healy? Didn't you buy one? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's what
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah.
That was my original, like, inclination, that it would just be like, kind of like key lime, but taste like Mountain Dew.
So I saw somebody in one of the stupid food Reddits, who was like a baker, made a pie using Livewire. So it was an orange pie, but it was a Livewire pie, and I was like, now that I would pay $20 for it. I would pay $20 for somebody's like handmade, skillfully, lovingly recreated Livewire
Probably
pie.
tastes like orange and cream.
Yeah, it
because
probably tastes
it
like
has
an orange cream
juice.
pie. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And it's gonna have vanilla in it.
I agree with that, Ole. Deconstructed meals that are done to like look cool for social media, for the gram, they always just look very stupid to me. Or, you know, like Salt Bay pouring oil over raw meat. Like that's what all of that stuff just looks like to me. It's like dumb food that costs an insane amount so that it can be posted on Instagram and never actually eaten.
I don't like food that's confusing as to how you should eat it.
Right.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's insulting to the idea of what food is. You're supposed to eat it and enjoy it. Yeah.
I know there's like a lot of concept restaurants and stuff like that Chef's Table series showed a lot of like really interesting food techniques, and I'm sure we'll probably see some takeaways from those that make their way in a lesser version into mainstream, you know, like kind of
Oh,
like how
sure.
sriracha was in literally everything, and 10 years before that, mango salsa was everywhere.
man,
It
I
was in
forgot about-
everything.
Forgot about mango salsa and mango chutneys being in every single thing everywhere.
And then once Chipotle got popular, Chipotle peppers became literally came to be the ingredient in everything.
Yeah.
Greetings.
I don't know about a Purple Wolf build at all. I really haven't looked at any builds.
That
other
sounds
than
like an
Toxic Rain in this
MTX.
league. Yeah, it might be.
That sounds like a MTX for something. As for RF Chieftain, that's not really our thing.
I mean, basically the answer is no, though. That's sort of the issue with RF, is that it really can't be a high-level damage, like, build. Yeah, Hot Honey is, like, definitely
Oh yeah, that's right.
been,
Hot
like,
Honey.
this decade.
That's
at least
kinda
the first
dying
half
out,
of this
though.
decade. It was the
Oh,
modern
so it was
thing.
it was like in the like I think early 2000s it was like mango and everything, and
Yep.
then sriracha, and then um chipotle, and then oh, what was the other one before hot honey? Oh, avocado toast became like the fad, and then
Oh
different
yeah.
places were doing different versions of like avocado toast style chicken breast. It was like avocado on top of chicken breast or
Uh-huh.
whatever. Like, all right.
Yeah.
And then it's hot honey, and now what's the cottage cheese? Cottage
Cottage
cheese being
cheese,
used for
probably.
everything.
Yeah.
Which cottage
Which
cheese is very versatile.
I've been old man maxing for a long time, so I'm way ahead of the curve on this. I just like cottage
Mm,
cheese, just straight up.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that works for me. Yeah, there's some other things. There are annoying things that get like gentrified or whatever, like oxtails and I don't know, bologna. Beef bologna is wildly expensive. It's like this was very much poverty fuel for all of my life until very recently when suddenly it became trendy. Now it's expensive.
Yeah.
That's annoying. Beef
Yeah.
short ribs. Beef short ribs is like a perfect one because they were a cheap cut of meat for forever and then they became trendy and now they're like completely unaffordable to the people who used to subsist on them.
Yeah, remember when cereal was cheap?
I do.
It was just garbage food in box.
Yep. Fortunately for me, I like vegetables, so
Yeah, me too.
I've beaten the system by just enjoying my vegetables. I never had to be coerced into it as a boy.
Me either.
I was like, this broccoli is delicious. I'm good.
I had a great grandmother who was like, "You can try, I just want you to try it once, and if you don't like it, you never have to try it again." And so she really convinced me with that argument. You
Yeah.
never have to try it again. Okay. And then I would try something and I'd be like, "Oh, this is actually not bad." She'd be like, "Okay, and then let's try something else."
Oh yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah. Something about this strategy that I forgot to mention. I guess two things about this strategy that I kind of glossed over just trying to get the video, moving along quickly. This particular map, since Bismuth wasn't in it, not an example, but the aesthetics of it are good. Bismuth turns off the horrible delirium fog and makes the zone look nice. It looks like delirium should. It's all bright and vibrant. But then the other is just like, damn, man, this strategy prints gold. I'm gonna dump gold next time I go back to town and just see how much gold I'm generating. But like, I feel like I'm generating like 25,000-30,000 gold per map, and I have no rarity. If I had inner rarity on the character at all, I'd be pulling in like 35k plus. Those cottage cheese bagels were very good.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
They were really good. And very filling. I mean, it was a lot of calories per bagel. I probably should have made them a bit smaller, but man, they were really good. The lentil chips were also really good.
Yeah, Bismuth turns off delirium. It's so good. Look at the insane amount of maps that are coming out of this. I mean, oh my god. This is not a tier 16.5 either. This is just a regular tier 16. I mean, it's an 8 mod map, but still. Yeah, I love this strategy. I tried playing around with some other stuff to like really juice it up and turn it into more like a scarab farming strat in tier 17s. Real hit and miss. Just double check and make sure.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Make sure we didn't miss anything. Okay, we did. Right in the middle.
Do it, lady.
Do it,
Do it, lady. You know?
lady. Yeah. That's right, shit. Ah. Nice try. Alright. Let's count how many maps dropped in that
Greetings.
map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's your lucky day, Exile.
Oh. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 31 tier 16 maps, a tier 17 and two 16.5s. That's crazy. Alright, I need to go spend some of this blood.
The dreamer welcomes you. She will soon bear fruit.
Valborn Venture's Gamble. Oh, energy shield and mana instead of life. That's nothing. Junk.
The Genesis tree accepts your offering.
Wow, I still have a lot of blood left over. Alright, let's
Yes,
try making some more
just
suppression
like that.
gloves. Okay, so far, no good. You know what? I think I went up to Restrict Plus, and I'm just blocking them all. Well, those are bad. Those are bad. Bad, bad. Not bad. Bad. Not so bad. Not so bad. So yeah, kind of a mix of bad and not so bad. As you might expect. Just double checking to make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, and we're done. Alright. Yeah, crafting up a, Oh, yeah, that's right, you can. I did forget you can control-click the wombs. Okay, so that's like 90 chaos. That's not too bad. 40 chaos. I'll take that. I got this double Valborn Iron Fortress that I've been trying to sell. I'm in a, like, a undercutting war with some people. It's not going very well. $122 life. I don't think that's anything. I was wrong. It is.
Aren't you control clicking those wombs, or were
No,
you
I
clicking
was
twice?
not. No, I was double clicking or clicking and then clicking again. I forgot. Okay,
Oh.
453,000 gold. Let's see how much we're actually making in a single map here. All right, let's jump into Little Settlers League 3.0. What, did I underprice something? Oh, no, I did not underprice it. That was perfectly fine. I had a very, very nicely rolled Anathema ring. Not anything too super special. Fingers crossed we have a bismuth in this zone. That'd be nice. Hey, there we go. Look, see? The horrible fog is off, and now we just have a nice looking zone full of very juicy monsters. You're not wrong, Healy. Oh, a bit of a PSA from our video from yesterday about farming tier 17 maps to get, you know, corrupted 8 mod T17s. Check your tier 16s before you run them. I got into a map and I was like, why is everything so difficult? And it wasn't until like a couple minutes in when I realized it was a 100% delirious map. And I killed everything in the map without much difficulty except for Kosis. He just, like, he was... Every time I would start chipping away some damage from him, he would just re-shield. I was like, okay, man. So I left him alive, but everything else died. But boy, it took, like, a long time to get through that map. So, don't run 100% delirious maps if you're not ready. Wahoo's Backyard Barbecue. That doesn't ring a bell. I think I've read about it, but I've definitely not had it. I feel like that's like a type of chip that's, you know, like occupies the space on a lot of people's memories in a big, important way. Because it absolutely rings a bell. Hey Ocom, there should be a Discord link in the description of the stream right now, and I think basically every video we've ever done, certainly any of the recent ones. It's in there.
I mean, it's everywhere. It's in the
Yeah.
profile for our YouTube channel.
Yep.
It's in the link stack there. It's in the link stack on our social platform profiles. It's in the description here. It's on the bot. It's over on the Twitch. I don't know where
Yeah.
else we could put it.
I like a puff, like a corn puff or a Cheeto or whatever. I do like a puffed Cheeto. I mean, I like a crunchy Cheeto too, but I've been going back to puffed Cheetos again.
I'm gonna
more
read you a
recently.
description of somebody who is running taquitos.net. Basically, it's like an Angel Fire style website.
Wow. I should have like soda.com.
So these are shaped sort of like Fritos, except that a Wahoo is a bit wider than a Frito. They're thicker than Fritos, but also quite a bit less dense.
Okay.
A result of millions of little air bubbles inside. The cool thing is that they're rippled on one side, but smooth on the other. A first among snacks, as far as we know. These have a good barbecue taste, but they're not hot at all, and not great or special by any means.
Oh.
They're still perfectly good. These are not greasy, but do leave some powdery residue on your fingers. So have a napkin ready.
Okay. Well, they sound good to me. I like what a
So the
I like what a review
package-
says, that stuff is not great, but it is fine.
The package specifically says, if you can't dazzle them with brilliance, baffle them with Wahoos. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to enjoy the crunchy, munchy, and slightly bent taste of backyard barbecue Wahoos. What a weird description.
Is this like an Australian thing or something?
Oh, is Nightbot broken? It's in the description of the video. There's a link right there, and if you click
Nightbot
Path
might
of
be
Evening, there's a link that, I mean, it's twice in the video description. There's a button
Yeah.
for Discord and the full link to Discord.
Yeah.
I don't know how to help other people use the internet.
No, I think you do. I think you just did.
Now I can focus.
3D Doritos were they were all right. They don't have as much flavor as the
Yeah.
regular ones.
No, they taste a lot more like oil. I liked the crunch of them, but the
Sadness.
oil flavor was real strong.
Yeah, I think Nightbot is dead. Let me
It
I'm
might
double.
be.
I mean, I'm able to log into it, but it does have a
Hmm.
Discord command, but it's
It
very
could be the
sleepy, I
YouTube
guess.
doing the back end stuff is causing the problem there.
Yes, that is actually exactly what's happening.
Yeah, because it's working on Twitch. So Nightbot's okay. YouTube,
Yeah,
less okay.
Nightbot's fine. Yeah,
The
yeah,
3D
Nightbot's working
Doritos,
on Twitch, so.
I wanted to like the 3D Doritos more than I did. I liked them alright. They're alright. But I wanted them to, like, be, like, somewhere between, like, a Dorito and a Bugle, but in, like, a way that's better than both. Holy moly, that was 60,000 gold in that one map? Damn, son.
I'm gonna open the stream on mobile so I can, like, see the experience that other people are having so that I can understand why links are hard to find.
Yeah. Alright, we are full on doing maps again. Holy moly.
Okay, if you're looking for a Discord link, slide chat down on the YouTube app, and that'll display the description, and you can click more, and then there's a button for Discord and a link for Discord in there. Nightbot is not working on YouTube right now because the back end of YouTube is getting an update, unannounced to us, but
Yep.
it's visually changing like while I'm using it, so it's very interesting.
Hey J Rico, thank you very much for that comment. I will say that when did we really start streaming? I mean, like, I guess like kind of like late last PoE2 league is when we really started doing much streaming. I've had the Twitch account for like 12 or 15 years or something and just didn't really use it much.
Yeah, we only started streaming recently, and there are a lot of rules that you know, yes, we have 30,000 people subscribed to the channel, but we are a small creator in terms of all creators out there.
Yeah,
So
30,000 subscribers, and yet we don't get 30,000 views and likes on every single video. So what gives?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what gives with that? And they're not all subscribed either.
That's
All the
the
viewers,
majority
they're not
of
all
our
subscribed.
viewers are not subscribed. Weird, but what you know?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
75%.
Yeah.
But they have rules about directing people to other platforms. So
Also
like
true.
you can put it in your link stack in your profile, and you can put it platforms that do the same thing that they do. You can put it
Yeah.
in your link stack in your actual YouTube profile, and you can put it on the button. And then if you're streaming and live, you can have it in your description, but not really, they don't really like it just in your description on every video.
Yeah.
Because it takes traffic away from YouTube. And actually, Twitch has the same rule.
And that is
So-
why in the title of both videos, I think I just have the name of our platform on the
Yeah.
or whatever channel on the other platform. You know, just says Larold Live or Path of Evening. Also for SEO, don't you love the way that the internet's been optimized so that you have to write like you're a dum-dum?
Well, I think...
No, it's okay.
You know, I don't really know... as far as, like, links and stuff, when I hear that someone can't find our Discord link or hasn't seen our Twitch link or whatever, I mean, they're in all the places that they are on everyone else's profile. I don't really know where else we could put them that's
True.
allowed.
All right, let's find that bismuth. Where you at, bismuth?
That was such a mediocre, like a tepid review of a chip, honestly.
Yeah, it was pretty hateful. Like, or not even
I
hateful.
don't know that they were
no, it was less than
hateful.
hateful. It was disinterested. It was bland and effectless. Blase. These are a chip that you can have. They are one of the chips of all time.
Yeah, they are one of the chips of all time. Well, they don't make them anymore, so that should tell you all you need to know.
I guess. I feel like there have been some rad things throughout my life that were discontinued wrongly, like Surge.
Yeah,
Nice
well.
div. Although I could be mistaken, maybe Surge is deeply overrated. Maybe it sucks.
Yeah, no, I don't think it
It
sucks,
doesn't
but...
suck. I had it again somewhat recently. They brought it back in a limited release, and they brought it back only in the tall boy cans, like the 16 or 20 ouncers, and it was genuinely better than I remembered. I was very, like... I was pleased with myself, and with the Coca-Cola company. And then I was mad again because they... That was, like, it for their limited bring back. Damn, this is one juicy-ass T16 map. I got Wisps, and a lot of them, actually. I got Delirium. I got Bismuth. I got no frame rate at all.
Oh, they're launching the ability to stream across multiple multiple,
Channels at once or
So-
something?
no, I'm watching the update.
Okay.
Stream across multiple formats, vertical stream, eligible for discovery in the short speed.
Oh, okay, I see. Would you like to see 1/3 of the screen? Well, you can with vertical streaming.
Oh, actually, it's not too bad the way that they're handling it.
Maybe I could be one of those outdoor Twitch streamers that everybody like, or other platform streamers that everybody likes so much where I go get in trouble in public. I harass drunk people coming out of bars. How about that? Catch me outside,
Nah.
etc. Whoa, Vicky. Alright, I feel a little nervous about this Verisium, like, maybe killing me. Yeah. Travel vlog yeah, yes. Try all the different flavors of Mountain Dew Baja Blast, the different Bajas across the world. Oh, no! I knew it was gonna happen before I walked over there, and I still did it. Those stupid goatmen with their insanely huge shields. I hate them so much.
Greetings.
I mean, realistically, I got all I wanted out of this map, if I'm being honest. But, let's still go back in there and finish it up. Maybe we'll get more. What's up, gamer? Dang, alright, now we're talking. That's 3 fortresses in this one map. So that's like 1.5 divines in this map, plus a raw divine. So 2.5 divines. Plus whatever comes next. We'll also compare the gold before and after coming out of the... Before going in and coming out of the... Whatever it's called, Hive Fortress down in the bottom side of the map. I can already tell it's going to be like an insane amount of gold with the amount that's popped up. These piles of gold are huge. Yeah, potato good. Baked potato, very good. Alright, second divine in a single map. Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's just cruise around and make sure I didn't miss anything. Pretty sure I did. Yep. I missed this right here, this Verisium. Alright, I'm not gonna go too crazy. You're speaking my language, Ole. That is exactly how you want to set up a baked potato. Setting it up for success. What do we have? Double of this guy? Metalon, Banisher of Darkness. Okay, we farmed... There's no way we farmed 198,000 gold in one map. I think I forgot to dump some gold earlier or something, because that can't be right. That's okay, though.
Sold something while you were gone?
Greetings.
What'd you sell, Faustus? Alright, that ring for a div. Well, don't mind if I do. That is true. That is pretty much a classic American baked potato, gotta say. Might just be a universal good baked potato, to be honest. What's up, Gator? Yeah, we're not normally... It's technically still morning. We're not normally morning people. Alright, we were just discussing... What were we discussing?
Business
transactions.
transactions.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
Nicely done.
Business transactions?
Alright. Unrelated to business transactions. We had turkey dogs earlier.
Yeah.
Just hadn't had turkey hot dog in a long time and thought, like, these can't be that bad, can they? Can they? Sunset, your review.
I don't like their texture. Their flavor's fine, but the texture is too homogeneous. It's sort of like eating a tofu block
Yeah.
in hot dog form, and I don't like that.
No, they were pretty mid. They were tragically mid.
We'll use them. We hate to waste food. We'll chop them up and fry them, and then mix them with eggs or whatever. They'll be
Yep.
fine.
Gonna go Chinese style and make a hot dog omelet.
Yeah, just put a little Shaoxing and some dark soy sauce, and it'll spruce them right up.
That's right.
no salt, no other salt will be added to the dish besides the hot dogs and the soy sauce, because it literally doesn't need anything else.
That's right. It's incredible. Like, my first job was in a Chinese restaurant, and I've always been like, I'm Chinese. I'm Chinese because I worked in a Chinese restaurant. And then I find out as I've gotten older that, like, and learned more about what people eat around the world, that actually one of my favorite breakfasts, tomato and egg omelet, is like very much a Chinese staple. It's like, yes, I really am. Excellent.
Yeah. Yep, it's Laryl Lore time.
Oh yeah.
We put in our work. I worked at several chain restaurants and retail
yeah.
stores, national retail stores. Yeah, we've done our time. I think we should be allowed to make video game content now.
100%. Honestly, of all the, like, working hourly whatever stuff, working at the Chinese restaurant was the most fun.
Oh, by the way, we
Hilarious
forgot to share
coworkers.
news. We forgot to share
Yeah.
a really important piece of news.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got a new internet line. Like an
Oh, that is true.
entirely new physical line.
Yep. Guy came out and ran a new line from the pole to the building.
He tested our modem and router, which we had just replaced twice, per the company's recommendation. And he tested them. He did like a 10,000 packet test on each of them, and
Yep.
they came back with 0 loss. So those pieces, solid. But the line outside, 3 to 15% loss. So he was like, I'm just going to run you a new line. So he climbed up the pole and ran a new line, and now there's a brand new internet line.
Basically 0 internet problems since that happened. So
Yep.
that pretty much fixed it.
Here's hoping it holds.
Yeah, fingers crossed. You're not wrong, Ole. Yeah, turkey is like, it ain't great. I got this turkey
No.
sausage just because I was like, what if this is good? I'd gotten this pork sausage that I liked, same type of deal, but turkey is half the calories, and whatever, just better, less fat, less bad for you all around. I was like, maybe it's good, and I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, all right, you put enough seasonings into it, anything could taste good. It could be styrofoam sausage, and it'd be great. So if that was what sparked going, like, you know what, I'd like to try a turkey dog again. It was my fault. And we tried them, and that's enough. Give it another 10, 20 years. Maybe we'll give them another go. Maybe they'll have perfected turkey dog technology by the year 2040.
Maybe they'll have perfected. If they could just make hot dogs out of the same stuff they make that Nasoya Korean barbecue plant-based stuff out of,
Oh, yeah.
if they could just make the hot dogs out of that, they would be great.
Yeah.
And they would eat like hot dog.
Damn, maybe I did pull like 250,000 gold in this map, because I just got 80k just out
That's
of
a
the
lot.
hive.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
I'm not sure what was wrong with the line. He didn't, like, let us inspect it, but I got a feeling it might have been,
He said
like,
it was-
chewed on.
Actually, he said it was the original line that they ran out here.
Okay.
So it's never been replaced. It was very, very beat up. But considering how old it was, honestly, not as beat up as I was expecting, with the fact that we've had, like, I don't know, okay, since it was installed, so that would have been when we first got cable at this residence. So that would have been 1988, I think, is when this household originally got cable services. 1985, I don't know, somewhere around there. I wasn't here, so I don't know, but it was the original cable line.
Damn.
So that's neat.
Yeah, I'll say.
But yeah, he took it down, he took it with him, and put a new one up, and it looked exactly the same.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not like you're going to be able to look at a line and tell that it's bad, but yeah, okay, the fact that it was a million-year-old line is probably not great.
Yeah. Well, considering it has, honestly, I have to be impressed with the physical structure of said line. I'm hoping the new one isn't made out of worse materials.
Yeah, true.
But the old one was, it's been through, like, I don't know, 11 to 45 hurricanes. I'm not sure how many.
Yeah. I mean, that would all make it
Many.
make perfect sense, though, because we'd had the internet fixed, air quotes, fixed, so many times. And it would
Yeah.
be fine, and then it would not be fine. and it just
It
kind
was
of
a
seemed
very
to come and
intermittent
go.
problem that the tech that was here on the 2nd of November could not figure out and
Yeah,
didn't
couldn't
catch.
diagnose
So.
it in that particular outage or outing.
I think we don't actually know. YouTube doesn't really tell you that.
They're
They just
very cagey with the information on ads and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have fiber optic infrastructure installed in this neighborhood through FiOS, but we don't really want to go with FiOS because they charge for like troubleshooting appointments and stuff, and that kind of negates the benefits of having them. Though the upload on our current line is very, very low, and it does take a long time to upload things to YouTube, and I'm sure it'll take longer in the future as video formats increase in quality, etc. But
Yeah, true.
to answer your question, KB Welder, they don't really give us a ton of information about how you make money from the commercial. They just tell you that if people watch pre-roll ads, that's where the majority. They tell you how much money you get based on where the ad is in the video.
Yep.
So
pretty
like
much.
we get a breakdown of our ad revenue, and it'll say like you earn this much from pre-roll, you earn this much from mid-roll, etc. And the majority comes from pre-roll ads.
Overwhelming
So,
majority, yeah.
yeah.
Twitch is even more cagey. The only thing that they really tell you as far as Twitch goes is like you must run ads. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And you can control like how long they are and how frequent they are, but it basically boils down to like they're gonna run about this many ads per hour. It's like, okay, fine. And then the end result is that you make like 45 cents or something, and it's like, all right, I'm just gonna try and do what I can to make it as not disruptive as possible then, please. So that's the goal. Just try and not be disruptive, please, and thank you. That's it.
Yeah. I wish there was quite a bit more clarity on that whole process. I'm sure
yeah.
that maybe as you climb, I'm saying I'm sure, but as you climb the echelon of YouTube status, you probably have access to more people and can ask more clarifying questions about that process.
Probably, yeah.
You know, like
Hopefully.
Mr. Beast, I'm sure knows how much money he makes from every single tiny ad second or whatever.
Yeah.
We don't know that.
No, we're slightly not as large as Mr. Beast.
No, yeah, we got a little ways to go. Help us out, like and subscribe.
Yeah. I don't do as much YouTube thumbnail face as Mr. Beast, though.
No. But it does look like they broke the connection between Nightbot and YouTube with the back-end updates that they're doing. I imagine that you guys are gonna you guys, I'm saying, us too, as YouTube users, are gonna see a lot of changes in the interface because there's a lot of things on YouTube that are sort of like very basic looking with no design elements, and the back end is getting some design elements. They're changing all the icons, so they might be changing the icons for share and save and like and whatever.
Yeah. I mean, look, I've said it before, whatever. I think YouTube is like maybe the best website. It's a low bar, but I think YouTube might be the best website, but damn, there's a lot of stuff for them to continue upgrading, because there's still a lot of stuff that is very, like, made in the year 2005 about this website. Also, hello, Koala.
The ancestors approve of your valor.
Yeah, this strategy has greatly exceeded expectations in terms of like being good or whatever. Like I wasn't really vibing with it until I had the idea like, okay, let's stop trying to make this be Scarab Farm thing, because it was just so feast and famine, and let's just full commit to a different type of map strategy with this. And then as soon as that making that swap over, it all came together. Because it's probably generating about the same amount of value in terms of scarabs and currency, maybe more. Honestly, maybe more. But then it's also just spitting out like a fortress every other map or something. Yeah. Hey, there we go, there we go. Damn,
Oh,
I mean, I'm not upset
I
about it.
mean, if you don't mind letting them roll, then yeah, go
Yeah,
for
we
it.
appreciate it. Absolutely.
Ultimately, the majority, like, we're not really shy of talking about, like, how we, like, what is profitable for us and stuff. Because
yeah.
this is still, like, hobby level. Like, it's still not really full-time, although we do spend full-time hours on it, but it's not really...
True.
There's a lot of learning curve. But, I would say the majority of the stuff just comes from video views and the ads on those. I don't actually know if live stream ads pay the same or whatever. I have no idea.
I have no idea. I know that our average income from each live stream is like, you know, a couple bucks. It's basically nothing.
Yeah, unless people do super chats, they're
Yeah.
not... Live streams are not profitable on YouTube. I think
just a
that's why the
fun way to
majority of
hang out.
streamers focus on on Twitch.
Yes, I think so.
I was trying to say stream and Twitch, but I said
Yep.
Stritch instead, and
Yes.
so we'll just call it that from now on.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, like, I have no idea what a person who has, like, you know, an average of, like, 1,500 viewers or something makes on Twitch. It might be a fair amount. Like, ads and stuff. I have no idea.
There has to be some reason they're doing it, right? And,
I mean, yeah,
and doing it for,
definitely.
like, 8 hours at a time. There has to be some
Yeah.
reason.
Right, and it's one of those things where you go, like, okay, well, is it 90% of their income from subs, or like, what's the breakdown? And most people aren't that transparent about it, and the answer is, I don't know. And it doesn't really matter. You know, ultimately, like, the goal is just to give people something to kind of watch and hang out with, and instead of, like, doing the same thing that we were going to do anyway, but not streaming it, what if we just stream it and hang out and talk, and then still basically do the same thing that we were going to do before?
Yeah, we don't use video footage from my character usually. I'm usually
Nah.
just in the testing phase of whatever we're working on next.
Yeah.
And I don't always even build out a character, whereas Larold usually fully builds out the character, and so we use his footage. So now he's just been doing the footage while he's streaming, and
Yeah.
that's how he's collecting his footage.
Yeah,
They
it's
worked
easier
out
that
great.
way.
So if you're ever watching one of our videos and you're like, huh, this looks familiar, like he did exactly this when I was watching him on stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
might
probably
literally
true.
be that, yeah. I mean, you could tell in some part because of the... Oh, damn it. That's a funny death. Because of the, like, follower and sub goal stuff at the bottom left corner of the screen.
True, that's true.
Hilarious
That's true.
stuff.
All in order. I'll let you know.
I appreciate you watching them 20 times.
Thank you. You know what? Other than that death, the XP out of this strategy has been, like, pretty nice, too. Oh, that's good comms, Watson, yes. I saw that on Reddit, and yeah, I'll just broadcast that to everybody watching on Twitch, or just not looking at chat. Argus is in the first room of Uberlab today, so if you want that challenge and you want to get it that way, rather than by, like, hitting level 100, which is definitely slower, yeah, run whatever it is, 100. It's 100 Uber Labs, but he's in the first room, so you can knock that out in like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, I mean, we do try to also put everything, the majority of the information in the written guides, but we're not gonna make them such that it directs people away from watching videos. Because
That was always our
ultimately,
fear with doing any
yeah,
written
we were,
content was, are
yeah.
we going to be eating into people watching our video stuff?
Yeah, we were approached by Mobalytics actually several months ago, and we talked with them a little bit, and I mean, obviously we're working with them now, but we just didn't know, like, if we are posting things with them and we're also writing a guide to accompany the pub, like, is anyone going to bother to watch the video about it? And then we ultimately decided people that want to watch videos are going to watch videos, and people who don't are probably not viewing our content anyway. So
Yeah, that's true. Then, I had those concerns, and then I also had the other concern. Me specifically had the concern of, are they ever even gonna do PoE 1 content? And then when it became clear, yes, they are. It's like, oh well, then I
yeah,
have no concerns left, basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
And ultimately, I think like the guy having both options has been really great. I'm glad we didn't have to make a choice between them. That would have been really not great because we have like there's a double bonus with working with PoE Vault is that we can also work with Icy Veins, and we
Yeah.
are working with Icy Veins.
Yep.
Whereas with Mobalytics, there's the advantage that they have like a really solid and beautiful POB tool and a small area to write a quick explainer of the guide. So there's like something for everyone. There's video format, there's notes on the MOBA POB, there's like in a full, explainer guide on PoE Vault. So
Yeah.
I feel like we literally have everything for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I kind of feel the same way, Ultra Duck. I have always been like, I'll play the game, and then like while I'm playing, I'll have like a bit of, somebody talking head stuff on like second screen. So
I mean, ultimately, it's because everyone in the comments, I mean, we truly do read every comment.
every
So
single one.
if, right now that's still tenable. Like it may not be in the future, but right now, while we can still do that, we do it. And these are suggestions that people asked for. They asked for a written guide. They asked for, um, you know, asked for a different, don't like POB because they can't use it on mobile, so they wanted a MOBA link, and so I feel like we delivered on those asks, and I feel very proud of that. But as for the like little nuggets of knowledge in the videos. Yeah, I feel like a lot of that just comes up because Lerald's a lot of the stuff, we talk about what he's going to say in the video and what have you, but Lerald does freestyle a lot of the things that come to mind when he's like talking about a
True.
strategy or whatever. He'll like just fill in things that he's like, oh yeah, and also this. I mean,
Oh
if you've
yeah.
watched our videos, you know that he's gonna do that. Where he's like, oh, and also while you're doing that, do this or what, whatever. Make it easy for yourself. Um,
Yeah.
we do get a lot of requests to make every single thing on every single format, like put the entire guide on MOBA, but that's not really that's not really the style of their site.
Yeah.
And same thing with the PoE Vault. It's like, yeah, we can put most of our stuff there, but also like with videos being our main source, it's like we've always been video first. So we're ultimately all
True.
of the details you need are going to be in the video.
Exactly. I see that comment from a little bit ago, Kristen. I mean, I think the biggest things for like making that build progress is just like getting more spell damage, getting your crit up. Life is always important for staying alive.
Yeah.
Those would be what I would go after. I haven't looked to see what a Sandstorm Visage is going for now, but when I looked previously in the league, it was like 2 Divines, so
When do you
think
want to
going for one of those
revisit
would be good.
that build?
I'm not sure. I
Do you
still have a
want
couple
to-
of planned upgrades for Toxic Rain and maybe like one more update for it, and then we'll probably take a look at that after that.
Yeah. Okay. And just so you guys know, inside baseball, that means that I'll get started working on that, and then, and then Larold will take over later.
Yeah.
We did have a request in the Discord to put, I think there was something we left out of the written guide that's in the video, and I understand the frustration with that, but we're just not going to drive people away from watching videos.
Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
well, there's a lot of information. Most of it is on the PoE Vault guide. It's pretty exhaustive. There may be one or two, things that we remembered in the video that we didn't remember when we wrote up the guide. But that's, we're humans. We're not
Yeah.
robots. And also, we are writing news. We are writing PoE news for PoE Vault as well. We're writing PoE 1 and 2 news.
True. There hasn't been that much news this week. Actually, that's not true.
True.
There was a decent amount of news
Well-
this week. But some of it gets covered by one of the other guys who works there or works for them. I think it's an actual employee rather than like a contractor like us. But we covered pretty much all the rest of it, but it's been slow for the last like day or two. You covered the patch. That was like the one thing that happened in the last few days.
And also, we'll be covering some WoW news for
Yes.
Icy Veins.
Yes.
So our WoW channel can get some love.
That's right. Do something with that.
We're not doing any class guides for them. Larold has history doing class guides for Wowhead, but we're not doing any class guides for Icy Veins at the moment. But we will be doing some news.
Yep.
And yes, for now. Bum bum bum.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing stream of the beta because we're in it. It was unplayable for the first day. This is the first time that we've ever not done anything in the beta on the first day of it being up. But
Well, we did stuff in the
couldn't
alpha,
play it.
though.
I mean,
We
yeah,
had
we did
already
all the
played the
stuff that
alpha.
we would have done in the beta in the alpha already. But it was just like, huh, the servers just won't cooperate. Okay. Hadn't had that experience before. Not at that level, anyway. And
Yeah.
then yesterday was just kind of a busy day and didn't really have a lot of time. And then we were talking, like, do we stream that today? Do we just stream some WoW beta? And ultimately we just said, let's just do PoE.
Yeah. You want to answer those questions?
Yeah. I think that swapping over from Kintsugi to Lightning Coil,
Keep greeting.
probably the time to do it is just as soon as you're able to afford a 6-link Lightning Coil and, like,
Yeah.
not have negative lightning resist. I think that's really the time to make that swap. The new Foulborn Lightning Coil is very cool. Like, I have one here. I really want to get one that's, I guess I want to get some and double corrupt them, really, is kind of it. Yeah. I think that the Delhi Scarab of +2 reward is really good. I absolutely would use it if I was doing Delhi farm stuff. I wouldn't do it for this strategy, but for, like, if you're maxing your Delhi stuff, then yeah, absolutely. Okay, so some of the comments from YouTube are showing up in my restream, and some of them aren't, which is very disorienting.
Oh yeah, yeah. I would recommend just using the studio for that
Yep,
if you
I'm
can
doing it.
at the moment.
I'm doing it.
It's while they're working on it, things are
Yep.
just chaos back here.
So I'll tell you, I have not touched containment yet this league. I was planning to do some of that on the stream, and maybe I will after finishing this set of maps. I'm not sure. Honestly, I wasn't counting how often I got single lanes like blights, but I felt like I got a decent chunk of them. Like, they definitely happen. But probably, I would say I probably got more like 6-lane blights than single lane blights in sewer. But like 1 and 2 lane blights, yeah, they happen occasionally, decently often. didn't see a bismuth on this map, unfortunately. Maybe I missed it, but... Yeah, they gotta do something about Delhi. I don't know if it was intended in PoE 2 to make it so that it doesn't play the music all the time, but boy, if we could get that in PoE 1, and get rid of this oppressive fog, that would be great.
I'm doing a little experimenting with the short speed, so I'm going to be off mic for a moment.
No problem. Excellent. I'm a longtime believer in the philosophy that you must complain about video games in order to get them to hear you and cooperate. I started developing this philosophy playing Diablo, and it hasn't really failed me. Sometimes you have to complain longer than others, but that's how it goes. Yeah, that's right. I'm definitely a believer in gamer voodoo, like all the silly stuff like rubbing fusings on Kaduku and whatever. I don't really love these petrified amber events. These are definitely the worst one from Settlers League. They could cut these and keep the other 4, and it would just be a straight upgrade. I think the new patch is good. I know people are complaining because they wanted it to be like, increase the drop rate of Divine Orbs by 500%, but I think it's totally good. I think they made the in-map Hive events better. I feel like I get more Graft Blood and Womb Gifts. I think the 5-to-1 Womb Gift vendoring is like deeply underrated. And then there are so many Scarab buffs that are like insanely good for high-level juicers.
Hello.
Like, the Nemesis Scarab is always one of our faves, and so being able to run 2 of those, having played around with that a little bit, doing like Nemesis and Divinity Scarab stacking, it's insane. You can have like 4 extra modifiers and then also a Pantheon modifier on 9 different rares throughout your map. You basically can create like 9 Uber bosses in every map. The Torment Scarab of Possession, being able to have just an insane amount of whatever, spirits and like most of the rare monsters in your maps. Completely insane. Also, yeah, the fortress walls, I'm sorry, I think that the fortress walls are actually like good. I saw a lot of people complaining about them. I do not actually think they're bad. I think they're fine. I don't think they're great, but I think that they made the variance between builds that could off-screen everything and builds that are like completely screwed by being short range, like melee builds. I thought that they like narrowed the gap between those pretty well. Like, in my experience, all of the fortresses were trivially easy to do before the patch, and they're trivially easy to do after the patch, and they might be easier now than they were before. Less chance of anything
Greetings.
off-screening, you know, like you or her.
She will soon bear fruit.
Junk. Double junk. Triple junk. Quad junk. We're trying.
She is pleased.
Oh, right. I forget. Oh, yeah, and also I'm on Uber Strict Plus, so all of this stuff's getting hidden. Okay, let's actually just drop down a notch to regular Uber Strict so that we can see all of these fractured items. Ah! Junk. Good. Junk. Probably junk. Bad. Junk. Pretty sure that's junk. And okay. And junk. Yeah, see, that makes perfect sense.
Hello.
Mjolnir Hyro is a very fun build. Alright, 50 chaos, 5, so that's nothing. 1, and 25. Okay, so like 75 chaos out of that. That's not too bad. We'll call that 50, and we'll call that 25, and we'll call these two vendor trash. Good morning, Larry. Yeah, we're trying something new today. Streaming on a Friday morning. Trying to think. What else? Okay, another really big one, a really big buff that came through that, like, we really dig is this, the Horn Scarab of Bloodlines. Like, this has always been the type of strategy that we, like, kind of gravitate toward. Magic Monster, like, you know, combining Bloodlines and Monstrous Lineage and then whatever else on top of it is just super fun. There's so many ways to scale this up into the whole Scarab system in the middle of a patch that went really smoothly, and I think that was, like, crazy. Thank you for the follow. Not too bad for a 20 div budget. Alright, let's get blasting.